There are a ton of different ways that you can do Pinterest marketing. There's people on here who have opinions about the way that they should do it, or they have experience about how they've done it for a certain brand, and that's all well and good. But there are some foundational best practices that every single person, every single business must use in order to make their Pinterest marketing successful. If you're new here, my name is Kate All, and I'm the owner of Simple Pin Media. We're a Pinterest marketing agency. And if you're wondering how I can be talking about this, it's because we've been doing Pinterest marketing for 11 years with content creators and e-commerce sellers. Our job is literally only Pinterest marketing. And one of the cool things that we have is this vantage point of working with so many different clients. I think at this point, we have managed over 700 accounts monthly. So we're looking at analytics, we're looking at their flow, different types of niches, or really understanding what works and what doesn't work. So today I'm going to give you best practices, or what I would like to call my non-negotiables. These are things that every person who does Pinterest marketing must have in place. There's some other fringy things that you can try, but I'm going to give you my top 3. Number 1, you want to get really good at being consistent and investing in Pinterest for the long haul. What that means is you are making a decision to say, I am investing in Pinterest marketing. Pinterest marketing is going to be something that I'm going to try for my business, and I'm going to pin every single day. Pinning daily is absolutely key. So that can be 5 pins, that can be 8 pins, that can be 10 pins. There's a lot of variety in there. Best practice isn't necessarily the number of pins, but it is a best practice to daily pin, to be consistent on the platform. So consistency is my number 1 best practice. Number 2 best practice is keywords. Why do we want to get really good at keywords? Well, because the algorithm is looking for keywords to tell them what your pin is about so that they can show it to more people. Here's a workflow example. Just the other day, I was searching for senior pictures for my daughter. She really didn't know what style she wanted. So we did dark and moody senior photos. So then we were able to populate all these different photos. Plus they were able to give me more keywords that they knew that the Pinterest algorithm knew were in those descriptions or even on those images. When it comes to photography, you don't see a lot of pin copy on the image. So for that, it was pulling mostly from the pin title and the pin description. You know what happened? The next day, I opened up my Pinterest app and I saw more dark and moody senior photos because Pinterest knew I had been searching it. So they were looking on the platform for more dark and moody senior photos that they could show me because they knew that I was interested. They want my home feed when I open up my Pinterest app to be exactly what I want, what I'm interested in, what I have searched, who I follow. They want to make that curated to just me. So number 2 best practice is always use keywords. Number 3, images. This is the one that I think people just throw in a Canva image, call it good, and move on. Mostly because they have created content or they've worked so hard on their product listing. And frankly, when they get to a Pinterest image, they're like, yep, check, this looks good. But that's a really big missed opportunity. Nailing your images on Pinterest with the main components is key. So here's the main components. Number 1 has to be a vertical image, 2 to 3. Number 2, it has to have really great pin copy, not super long, not super short, but just enough to hook people in. Number 3, it has to have a really, really great image. That is so, so important, especially if you're choosing a stock image. Don't pick something that you think everybody else has chosen. Don't try to follow the flow. Go against the flow a little bit. Choose something a little bit different, but not out of context. If you're talking about money, don't choose a picture of the ocean. It does not make sense, right? And then number 3, you want to add your branding, your fonts, and your colors so you can begin to build brand awareness. Those are my non-negotiables. You got to be consistent. You have to create great keywords, and you have to nail your images. If you have those foundational pieces nailed, the rest will just figure itself out. So a lot of people will come to me and they will say, hey, Kate, how many times do I pin per day? And I say, maybe that's not the first question you want to ask. Tell me about your images. Tell me what your keyword targeting is. Do you have a spreadsheet of your keywords? Are you pinning daily? And their first response is usually, no. But I just heard that this number of pins per day will skyrocket my traffic and it will make everything awesome. Yeah, that's not really the way that it works. So you don't want to ask that question first. Other people also come to me and they say, I want to make money with Pinterest. I want to make money with affiliate marketing with Pinterest because it's videos everywhere here on YouTube. And that's also a question that's way down the line. Do you know what keywords you're targeting on Pinterest? Have you nailed your image and are you consistent? That is what will lead to affiliate income or sales of your product over time. So put them in the right order. Get those best practices, those non-negotiables in place. Then you can play around with the rest. You can play around with landing pages that you're sending people to or product listings. If you are a product seller, I would add a fourth non-negotiable. Get your settings set up, your catalog connected, and the verified merchant program on Pinterest if you sell products. That is definitely one that I want to add in there. You can look below in the description. I have a whole e-commerce series for you. Okay, what are your non-negotiables for Pinterest? I would love to hear from you. Put a comment below and let us know what you've been doing with your Pinterest marketing that you are sure works every single time. Maybe we can talk about it and see what other people are doing as well. Thanks so much, and don't forget to like and subscribe.